What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Rollers and Real Talk. If you are new here, my name is MissSheleathaMaxine, and I hope you stay a while. So I know that I'm in a pretty different environment than what you're used to in my previous videos, but I thought that I would try something different. I am literally trapped in a closet, if you haven't gathered that by now. I'm trapped in a closet. I'm a little claustrophobic, just a little bit, but you know, I said, well, they need something new because I know y'all sick of that background, and now I know y'all sick of my boring room. Don't worry, we're in the process of moving, so things will get better. This is all I could do in a one bedroom. Tonight's episode, I'm going to be answering the remains of the questions I got. I got a few questions, but tonight I'll only be answering the last 2 or 3, I believe. And I'll also be speaking about something that I feel like could resonate with you, especially if you're a black young professional. I feel like this segment will definitely enlighten you to some things, put you on a little bit. So let's get started with the first question. Do you and Child plan on having children, and how many? I bet you 2 would make the cutest biracial children. That was from Vanessa Sky. That is so sweet. Thank you, babe. We do plan on having children. He wants 2, of course, the ideal boy and girl. I wanted 3. I want 3 because I grew up when it was just me and my brother. And you know, my mom, yeah, it seems like the perfect match. We're 5 years apart, but the older we get, the more distant we became. And I felt like I didn't have anyone to talk to. And even though my mom was my best friend, you still want someone that is in your age group, you know what I mean, that's in your demographic. And I always wanted a sister. I always wanted another little sister so we could jump my brother. But mostly, you know, just be there for each other on a feminine level. So, you know, that kind of stuck growing up. But I got used to it, and I just made, you know, I made my friends my sisters when I got older. So I would like to have 3. Child wants 2, so we'll decide somewhere around there. We'll have 2, and then we'll see if we can afford a 3rd. For the next question, how is it being a chocolate lady in an interracial relationship? This is from Alexa Cawley. Hey, babe. Thanks for your question. So being a chocolate lady in an interracial relationship it's different, obviously. I feel like it's something that you have to, you know, get adjusted to over time. The looks are different, the stares are different, the conversation is different. You know, it's definitely an experience, I would say. If you, Alexia, if you are a woman of color and you're thinking about dating outside your race, I say do it. You know, and don't feel pressured to stick with one kind. Definitely explore your options, you know, and then you'll see exactly what I'm saying. Now, although there are some cons, there are some pros, so I don't want you to get too intimidated, but I love it. I mean, I love being the chocolate one in the room. I love the attention. I love everything about it, and you know, and Child loves me, so that makes me feel extra special, and I don't feel indifferent, even though I look different, my culture is different, but he makes me feel special, so I feel like a queen. So yeah, so that sums up the rest of the questions. I know that was fairly quick, but I didn't want to be so long-winded. I feel like the more I do these Rollers and Real Talk episodes, I'll be able to be a lot more concise, and you know, I won't ramble. Okay, so let's jump right into this topic. So this topic is called frenemies. I know y'all familiar with this word. I feel like everybody, especially millennials, we all have our own definition of a frenemy, and it definitely should define what's going on in your life. No one has the cookie cutter definition, but in my personal opinion, I believe a frenemy is someone that on the surface is a friend, and in the core is your enemy. And they're definitely hard to spot. It's not something that, you know, they're not gonna have it written on their forehead. It's just, I feel like with time and experience, you learn a person and you see their true intentions and their feelings towards you, and then you be able to better discern, is that a mosquito? That is a mosquito. In the closet? Okay, I'm sorry, but that was really stressing me out. I don't know if he's attracted to this light, but I'm glad I killed his little ass. Okay, so anyway, sorry. Okay, So yes, so I feel like with time and experience, and you get to learn a person, you would be better able to discern whether or not this person is a true friend or indeed a frenemy. Now I feel like there are 3 basic ways to detect whether or not you have a frenemy in your life. This is in no particular order, but I feel like one of the 3. It's so many ways, by the way. It's not, I have to break it down to 3, because if I give y'all every single, situation, I'd be here all night. So I feel like one of the things that could help you determine whether or not you have a frenemy in your life is the support. Now, this support, especially for young professionals, could mean a plethora of things. It could be something as simple as sharing a status. Let's say you're a business owner and you promote through social media. As you all know, that's like the most cheapest, most smartest way to promote any type of business, because that's all we do nowadays is social media. So let's say you share something from your business page or what have you, and one of some of your closest friends, they're on either Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and you'd have a stranger sharing, reposting or retweeting your things, but not your close friends. And these, I feel like we naturally expect our closest friends and family to support us in every way possible. It's not always about the money. Sometimes it is, not even sometimes. All the time, it's other ways to support, not just giving money. But we're going to get to that in a second. So yeah, so I feel like, if one of your close friends, isn't reposting, retweeting, promoting, whatever the case is, you shouldn't even have to ask, frankly. You should not have to ask a friend or a family member, a mate, or anyone to support you. Now, don't get me wrong, everything you post does not have to be retweeted or shared or anything like that, but for the most part, you should always have that support in your corner. So for the second one, I would say conversation. Conversation is definitely key. I feel like with a lot of friendships and family, any relationship that you have, if you discuss a personal goal, or if you get to an accomplishment, you actually accomplished that goal, and the conversation gets sour, you know what I mean? Like, you ever had good news and you just wanted to tell somebody, let's say a best friend, a sister, whatever, you wanted to tell them because you naturally you believe that they're going to be just as happy, if not more happy than you are. So you get so excited, you pick up the phone or you text, whatever, you hop on social media or whatever, and you share this information, this great news, and then it gets real silent. And it's like, that's not what I was expecting, and you feel away. I feel like that is definitely a telltale. This person is not that happy for you. And on the other side of things, maybe they're dealing with some personal issues that they have, or maybe they're not at a point in their life that they wish to be, or maybe it's taking a little bit longer to get to where they want to go, so they can't be happy for you. Honestly, I think that is BS, and that's just the flat out truth. I believe that's BS, because if you are truly somebody's friend, somebody's brother, somebody's sister, somebody's cousin, somebody close to you, this is somebody that you consider yourself close to, regardless of what's going on in your life, you should muster up any type of strength you have to be happy just in that moment, and even if it's true, even if it's not sincere, just fake it, make it look good. I feel like that goes a long way. So if you find yourself in a conversation with someone that you expect to be happy for you, and you're so excited and you can't stop talking about it, you can't sleep, and the minute you see them, you talk to them about this great idea, and then they're like, okay. Like, if you find yourself, this is so ratchet, I hope I do not spill none of this tea on my shoes, because I'm going to be really upset. Oh, Jesus. Y'all, this is a bad idea. This is a really bad idea. Okay, so yeah, so if you find yourself in those situations, definitely take it for what that's like the truest form of that person. You're not going crazy, that's just what it is. They're just not happy for you, and that's fine. That's fine. The third and final thing that I'm going to get to is the monetary support. Let's say you are a beautician. Let's say you're a makeup artist. Let's say you're an entrepreneur. Let's say you sell hair. Let's say you sell clothes. Let's say you sell shoes, collectibles, whatever you may be selling, and that person that you want to support you so bad doesn't even cross their mind. To me, that is, like a no-brainer. If I am in a position where I could buy the cheap, like, don't get me wrong, okay, nowadays, people, like, I feel like this generation is all about, hustle and go getting and all that great stuff. I love seeing these young professionals handle their business, want to be their own bosses. I think that is the most amazing thing this generation has to offer. But sometimes we could get a little, upscale when it comes to prices. Sometimes we may hit them with the gouge a little bit, because we feel like that's the best way we can profit, is to triple and quadruple a price on a product and expect people to support us just because it's us. Okay, I feel you, player. I feel you. But in that same breath, you have to think, well, am I willing to spend this amount, X amount on this? Think realistically. So if I were to have, a friend or whatever, cousin, uncle, brother, whatever, boyfriend, whatever, that has a business and I feel like they're a little too steep with the prices, I'm gonna find the most cheapest thing they got. If that's all I can afford, I'm gonna find that, just to let them know I got you, I see your hustle, and I support it. Not every situation is going to be somebody purchasing something from your business, or becoming a client of yours, or whatever the case is. Not every person is going to do that, but I feel like the ones closest to you, that should go without question. Period. It doesn't have to be an all the time thing. It could be a once in a while. It could even be a one-time thing. I feel like when somebody is in a position of starting a business, taking that leap of faith on whatever they may be interested in or passionate about, if they see the closest ones to them supporting them, that is motivation for great things. It's no better feeling than knowing you have the support and the backing of the ones closest to you. For me, I was blessed enough to have that in my life. The ones that can show their support in other ways, be it sharing a status, retweeting, reposting, regramming, whatever the case is, just to say I support you, I support this black business owner. In the time we're living in where everything is so against us, I feel like at the very least your people needs to support you. And especially right now, it's so critical to get that support from your community. What better way to start that trend than with a cousin or a sister or a brother or a friend or an uncle or whatever? That's definitely something that a lot of the time we take for granted, because we don't know what that purchase can do. If a person is not too confident about the business that they're starting, or they're starting on a slow rise, sometimes getting that purchase or that order or that appointment or whatever means so much. Like, you could have went to anybody in the world, but you decided to get it from me, and I appreciate that. So it can go on and on. I can talk about this for days, but I feel like if you are a young professional and you're in a situation where you cannot detect whether or not you have frenemies or true supporters or fake supporters, surface supporters, if you pay attention to these 3 things, I feel like it would definitely help you discern who is who. You can definitely use those 3 things that I listed. I'm about to get out of here because I am sweating like a fool. It makes no sense. I hope that helps. So yeah, guys, that was all for this episode of Rollers and Real Talk. If you have any ideas or suggestions on future topics, definitely leave it in the comment section below. I would love to hear, speak on things. If you want to hear things from my perspective, I would love to hear it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you in my next video. As always, stay happy and love in life. Bye.